morning, everyone, and welcome back to another Adobe XD Daily Creative Challenge. I'm your host, Andrea Hawk. So I hope you all are having a wonderful Wednesday. I'm back here in St. Louis. It's a bit snowy. I was in San Francisco the last 2 days. So let me know if it's nice wherever you guys are, or if it's snowy, cold. Let me know. I'm excited to work on a new challenge with you guys today. Starting to see some of you guys pop up in the chat. Good morning to all of you, or afternoon, I guess, wherever you are. We've got Jack again. Hey there. Tim, Arbor. Let me know where you guys are from. So let's go ahead and hop on over to behance.net/challenge/XD. As always, this is where you can find all of your info for the challenges. So if you weren't able to join us the first 2 days, that's totally okay because this is not a progressive challenge. You can hop in anytime you want. So this challenge is going November 11th through November 22nd. We've got 9 challenges, and as always, if you want to register, you can press this big blue button right here, and that way each day at 8 a.m. you'll get notified of our new challenges. So how does it work? Each day you'll receive a challenge. Be sure to join our community chat in Discord. We've got a lot of great stuff going on in there. And of course, watch our daily live show right here every day at 11:30 Pacific time. And be active in the chat. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I'll be checking it throughout the stream. And of course, lastly, be sure to share your work to get feedback from both myself and all of the other mentors. We've got a lot of really awesome, capable people giving feedback in Discord, so be sure to do that. So yesterday, we were working on multiple interactions, and I saw all of you guys' awesome pet adoption apps. So those were so cute. We're going to review a few of those at the end of the challenge if we have time. And today, again, we're continuing with the whole, we've got a bunch of new features that we announced last week at Max, Adobe Max. So today, this is one of my favorites for sure. Component states is what we're going to be working on. So I want you guys to design the payment experience for a scooter rental application and focus on designing and prototyping different button states for the pay button, so before and after payment is processed. So if you'd like to, you can go ahead and click on over to the Dropbox starter file, press that download button if you'd like to download that. Just got some little starter links to things that I find helpful, like tutorials and such, and a few little elements to get you started. And of course, if you want to rewatch any of the videos, you can do that here. And at the bottom, as always, we have XD. If you don't already have it downloaded, feel free to do it. And Discord, you can join right here. So we've got about 26,000 of you guys on Discord already, which is awesome. So many are joining by the day. So just to quickly go over a few of the important channels, we've got the Creative Challenge channel right here. This is where we just give you some more updates, as well as the main homepage, just of what the challenge prompts are each day. If you want to see the schedule for our live streams, you can click into the Going Live channel. And of course, feedback. If you'd like to get feedback on any of your work, you can post it in the current challenge channel if it has anything to do with the current challenge, or if you're still working on a previous challenge, you can post in here. Or if you just want feedback on any of your other design work, you can post it in this one. So feel free to explore around in Discord. I am going to go ahead and hop on over into our starter file. Let's see. Okay, so today is the second challenge, our third day of the challenge though, since Monday was kind of just a welcome day. So today, like I mentioned, we're going to be designing, let me make this a little bigger so you guys can see it. So today we're going to be designing the payment experience for a scooter rental app. So, and if you like hate scooters or something, like feel free to do something else, bike rentals, whatever. So I want you guys to focus on designing and prototyping the different button states for the pay button before and after payments processed. So I'm going to be working on an Apple Watch, smartwatch app, because I think it just doesn't make much sense to do a phone app if you're like scooting around on your scooter and you have to hold the handle and your phone. So I thought it'd be fun to do a smartwatch app. But if you want to do, an iPhone, that's fine too. And One thing that would be cool if you are on an iPhone is to do the hover button as well, or the hover state as well. So I'm of course not going to be doing that on the smartphone since you can't hover. But below that we've got some inspiration. So these are just some other scooter rental apps that are out there. Bird, of course, you guys all know. I actually really do not like this logo because it just gets super busy seeing all of the scooters in the map. But all of these you can see, they show the map view, where all of the scooters are. You can show how much charge they have. Bolt, I've actually never heard of that one. At least we don't have it in St. Louis. But yeah, feel free to use those for inspiration. We've got the, scan button below, the ride buttons, and of course any resources down below if you'd like to check out some of my favorite icons and photos, mock-ups and such. And then of course check out, if you want to find tutorials, you can check out letsxd.com for any of those by Howard. So I've got some artboards already started, and like I mentioned, I'm going to be focusing on component states for a button. And you can see I have 3 buttons here, but we're going to narrow it down to only 1, but just having different states. So I've got my splash screen already ready. I'm just calling this app Scoot. Really original, I know. If you guys have a better idea, let me know, but thought that was kind of cute. So we go from the splash screen to the map screen. This is just took a picture of, Google Maps, used a mask, just added some circles and then a little pop-up. So we click on this one and then we will choose payment. So let's add some backgrounds on the payment screens. This is just added a little gradient on this from like pure white to a little bit green. Okay, so we're adding that on the back of the rest of the artboards. And then the next 2 artboards, I want to focus on the payment. So I mocked up a cute little credit card. So let's add that. Did I copy it? So let's add that there. And on the top of all of these screens, I want to add the back arrow. So let's add that up here. Oops. Let me add that first, because we need to be able to go back. And make sure if you are doing this smartwatch app, make sure you make the back arrow big enough, or the back text big enough, because it's a tiny little screen. So I want to make sure it's actually usable. Okay, so we got our back arrows. And then let's add the payment card. And the idea on this screen is that we want people to kind of swipe through all of their cards very quickly. And again, I use the 40mm side, or 44mm size. So we want the card to take up most of the screen. And then at the bottom, I'm just gonna add a little carousel. So these little dots would be a perfect place to make use of components. Because you could do that all in one component, just tapping through the different circles. Okay, so on the next screen, we're gonna just go ahead and choose this one. I'm not gonna flip through all of the cards because I want to focus on the next screen, but so we've got tap, selected that one. Now I want to focus on the pay artboard. So I'm going to add just a summary. We need a summary of what type of scooter or like the time that we're selecting. So we want to let users know it's $5 an hour and 45 minutes of charge left. So you can keep riding for 45 minutes. And then below that, I want to add this pay button. So I'm gonna select this and put it here. Okay, so right now, you'll notice when I select this is not a component. So this is brand new. We've got this component area right here. Previously, like 2 weeks ago, that wasn't there. So now what I want to do, I want to take the user through the pay page, the loading page, and the unlocked page. And then at the end, we'll just have a little confirmation like, hey, your scooter's unlocked, you're ready to go, you can start your ride. But I want to focus on these 3 screens. So what I'm going to do is just press the plus button right there, and you'll see Well, one, you'll see it says component master. So this is now the master for if we like copy and paste this anywhere else. We want to come back and edit this one so that all of the other instances of this component will be updated as well. I hope that makes sense. So let me know if you have any questions. And then if we want to add another state, we can just press the plus button, say new state, and then we'll say loading state. Right now you can't edit the text for default state, but in the future we would like double click this and say pay. So right now when we click on each of these, it both looks the same because I haven't edited anything yet, but we want to keep default state the same. Loading we want to change. So all you have to do is make sure it's selected, and then you can double click in there and use your little eyedropper. And is that the color? Yeah. So for the loading state, I want it to say loading. So we'll change that text. And then this we can just keep the same. I actually have a trick that I want to show you after I go through this one where you can add a little like loading circle in there, but I'll save that until after. Okay, so now we've got our loading state, and I want to add one more state, and that's the unlocked state. So I'll again press that plus button, say new state, and unlocked. So if we switch from default state, there we go, same button. Previously this would have taken like 4 different artboards or 3. And then we switch to the loading, and now unlocked still looks the same because we haven't changed anything. So let's go ahead and double click in there. And this time I already made these, so I'm gonna just copy the color. We're gonna make it a gray color. And then loading, we want to just inverse that. So we'll make it the dark color. And now that we are done, we want to say unlocked. And now that we're done, we don't want to have the pay button anymore since we're not paying and we're not loading, it's already done. But I do want to switch it out with this little unlocked icon. So let's delete these guys. And we'll paste this in here, same place. Okay, so that looks great. Now when we click on this, again, this is the master component, and we can switch from default state to loading state to unlocked state. So all 3 of these are all in one artboard. Okay, so now we can keep continuing on. We've got our pay stage, or artboard, and then I want to add a different message for the loading artboard. So I'm going to copy and paste the button, but now I'm going to select loading since we're on the loading page, and I'll just add some text, and I'll change this to say like payment is processing. Payment is processing, so that we know. And on the unlocked stage, I want to move it to the unlocked stage of the component. I'm going to copy the text over again, and I'll say, this is grouped a bunch. Scooter is unlocked. Okay, so that looks good. And then at the very end, I want to say start your ride. So just like a little confirmation that you're ready to go. So I've got this little confetti. When in doubt, I always just use an emoji because it just makes things more lighthearted and rewarding, I guess. The user needs a reward after all this. Okay. And we'll say, start your ride. Cool. All right, let's zoom out. Now we can start on the prototyping. So we started with our splash screen, then we went to the map screen, and then we will just press the arrow. Then we went through the whole payment process, and we wanted to really break that up. So first step in the payment process was actually choosing our card. So we did that on those 2 artboards. And then we had the pay screen, so a little summary of what we are paying for actually. So the dollar amount and minutes, pay, and then loading and unlocked, and then starting your ride. So let's hop on over into the prototype mode and go ahead and mock this all up. All right, so from this one to this one, we can just do a time trigger since it's a splash screen. You shouldn't have to tap to get through a splash screen. So time trigger delay, I'll just leave it 0.8 seconds and the animation can be dissolve. And then from the map screen to choose a card, we have this arrow, so we do want to tap on it for our trigger, the destination, choose a card. Animation, I don't want any animation, we can just have none immediately. And then from choose a card to card chosen, we just want them to select the card itself. So tap, no animation, just immediate. And like I mentioned, if you wanted to, you could animate or make a component out of the carousel down here. That'd be a great thing to make a component out of. So we select the card, and then we want to go to our pay screen. So I think this should just be a time trigger. So I'm just going to drag this over, and the trigger will be time. Delay of, let's say 0.6 seconds. Okay, let's preview this so far. Press our play button. Oh, it was too fast. I didn't even get a chance to look at it. Okay, let's say 2 seconds. Oh, wait. 5 seconds? No. I can't do 2 seconds. Okay, there we go. This should give us a little more time. Okay, that's better. All right, so we press the arrow. We select our card. Great, it's timed. Now we're on the pay screen. Okay. So from here, we want to select pay, and then we'll go over to the loading screen. And loading, it should just be automatic. So we don't want to select any element in here. We just want to select the whole artboard in order to get the time trigger. And so we'll select time. I guess 0.8. I already wrote that in there. That will be fine. And then scooters unlocked. I think we can tap this one. So just a little confirmation that we know it's unlocked. Okay, so tap trigger and dissolve animation. Since I wanted to come in kind of slowly, so that's fine. Okay, let's go ahead and preview this from the beginning. So scoot, we've got our splash screen. On the map screen, we press the next button. We select our payment. That was a little fast. I want to make this maybe 1 second. Okay, there we go. Let's preview that again. So this is the time trigger. We press next, select our card. Okay, that's better. So now we press pay, and it's loading. Again, that was a good time. And we tap on unlocked, start your ride. Looks great. Okay. So you definitely don't have to make this many artboards. If you want to, you can just do like 1 or 2. But again, what I want you to focus on is the different states for your button. So again, here let me copy and paste this so you guys can see. So let's copy this, paste it over here. So we took all 3 of these buttons and brought them into this one. So you'll see under component, and this is an instance now, that's another thing. When I select this one, it's the master, and this is the instance. So you want to always update the master. So we've got the green line around this one, and then these only have blue. And when I select this, we don't have any of the states under component. And when I select this, we have default state, loading state, and unlock state. So that's pretty cool. And then another thing I had mentioned earlier that I wanted to show you guys was if you wanted to add like a little loading animation around this circle on that stage, what you could do is, I already mocked it up over here. So let me show you how it would look. So we go through this, go through our payment card. So you see I've got that, it was kind of quick, but let me show you that again. The circle went around. So all you want to do, if you do want to do that, is just select the circle, and this one should be on 0, and then this one on the next artboard, you just rotate around 360 degrees. So that's the easy way to add that in if you'd like to. All right, so let's go ahead and save. I'm gonna go ahead and export. So you can either select all of your artboards and go up to File, Export, Selected, and let's make a new folder, Day 2 Designs, and we'll say the format is PNG, export those. And if you wanted to make an MP4 file to upload like as a prototype to your Behance, I usually like to do that. You just press the play button, and then you need to press the record button while you're tapping around. And then when you close, it'll save it for you. So already did that though, so let's go ahead and hop on over to Behance. And this was letsxd.com/states. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Great resource from Howard. So I've already started a project here for the new daily creative challenge. We've had a lot of challenges lately, guys. So let's go ahead and edit it, and we can add some of our new designs. So make sure you add a little description. I usually like to add just like the header, what the challenge was about and what we focused on each day, and then a little prototype below that. If you want to, you can go above and beyond and add a whole case study, showing like a mini design system with your fonts and colors and all of that research. But if you don't have time, a prototype is totally fine. So this was from day 1, and we've got our day 2 down here. Make sure though, when you do upload, make sure you go over to settings, and we've got 3 tabs up here. In discoverability, you want to make sure you add the XD daily challenge keyword. Otherwise, we won't be able to find your work and give you feedback or possibly feature you on the stream. So you definitely want to add that. And lastly, we have a little bit of time, and I wanted to look at some of you guys' designs from yesterday. So again, I'm searching XD Daily Challenge, and you can search by most recent. That's usually what I do for these. And look at all of these awesome, cute little pet adoption apps. This is so cute. Okay, so I'll just go numerically, I guess, here. Okay, so we've got a prototype. This is by Nicholas. Let's see. Doggy Discover. Look at that logo with the little paw prints. That's cute. All right, so we've got and yesterday we were focusing on multiple interactions. Hi, my name is Chewy. That's so cute. So again, awesome. So we expanded the card and we were able to drag it. So great example of multiple interactions. Let's see this one. We've got Ala and showing the wireframes. Very nice. Let's check out the prototype. Oh, this is so cute. Nice. So we saw the expanding and the dragging. So got those multiple interactions in there. Very cute. I love this one. Great job. Let's see another one. This one is by Zhu Luen. Okay. Ooh, this is nice. I like the circles getting smaller and larger. Wow, the interactions here are really nice. So we've got drag left and right and expanding into the full page view. Really nice. Love this. Okay guys, that is about all the time that we have left. Thank you all so much for joining. I'll be checking Discord and Behance for your challenges that you've created today. And I will see you again tomorrow at 11:30. So be sure to stay tuned. In about 5 minutes, we've got Alexis, and she will be joined by Howard for a 2-hour live stream. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!